Hey, how's it going? Today is gonna be exciting. I am test fitting race tires. Yes, race tires. I've never had slicks before in my life. These are drag radials, but they are still racing tires and they are gonna make the car hook and book. All right, I'm gonna show you the tires in a second. I've already got them mounted on the front, but here's the back ones. So these are 22-inch tall, just like the tires I was running before. I'm not very tall, normal stock size with the 22 inches in height, so the diameter. If you haven't seen my last episode, I was talking about the tire heights and the calculations on speed, because the taller the tire, the faster you will go with the same RPM. I've already talked about that in the last episode. I'll put the link up here and you can click on that and go and check that out. Since I want to go faster, I'm going with the taller tires. So I picked a Mickey Thompson 26x9 and they're 15-inch wheels. So 15-inch wheel and then 26 inches high and then 9 inches wide. So basically it's a huge tire and it's going to be hard to make it fit because it's such a big tire. I'm going to be running the stock wheels and they don't have a big offset, so the tire is going to be tucked way into the actual wheel well. So there's lots to rub on in there, and like the bag and all that. I'll show you the wheel now. Here is the tire. It's a 235 60 15, 26 inches tall. That is so sick. What a nasty setup. I threw one on. I've only actually ordered one tire. I bought one from a local speed shop, and I'm like, okay, like, is that cool if I mount this on the rim and test fit it, because I might be too big for sizing and everything, because the mx3 is a small car and this is a tire for like a rear wheel drive with big wheel wells and all that. They're like, yeah, that's fine, just let us know and let us know when you want to bring it back or if you want more. I'm like, yeah, perfect. I was originally thinking that I was gonna have to run spacers no matter what, and I didn't think the wheel would actually bolt up to the actual hub without the tire touching something. But that is not the case, and it does fit. I might have to make small adjustments here and there to make it fit, but on the front it makes a good fit. I'll show you. There she is. So the only issue I've got, like, the wheel is on and it spins. It's not gonna hit anything. It's all gonna be dependent on ride height, but I'm gonna have to grab a fender and try that and see if it's gonna rub on the fender. The fenders are easy to modify. Like, you can cut them out, worst case, and put flares on to make them wider. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go upstairs and grab a fender in a minute, but here's the problem right here. All right, this is the closest spot to anything. So right here, I've got very close. So this is my pinky finger. So it's basically half of my pinky away from this piece of suspension that I have. That is close, but it does fit. So slight modifications, like a small spacer that is hub centric, could help me make these wheels actually fit. But I'm gonna grab my fender and make sure that it's not gonna be chaotic to get that to fit. And if it does fit, these might be a sale. All right, we're going up into my secret mx3 storing parts thingy room. Okay, here's my attic in my shop, and I've got lots of stuff in here. This is all the stuff I have for sale. I've got 3 bumpers here, actually 4, there's one behind it. There's lots of stuff here, from basically taillights to headlights to electrical. I've got spare hood, fenders, doors. Here's doors from the other car. Anyways, I'm going to grab my purple fender and throw it on and see what happens. Okay, fender's on. Wow, that looks so good. So since there's air in the bags, I'm gonna let it down and see what she's saying. I'm gonna throw a few pounds of air in the front, in all the bags, so I'm gonna actually be able to see where it's gonna sit. As of right now, I can actually fit my finger through this whole piece right here, and it's not rubbing at all. Like, the tire isn't even closed. Well, I can get a finger in there, let's just say that. So now I've got to bring the car up because the car is aired out a little bit, so I'm gonna air it up to where I would be racing it. Now, this says the full height position. This is the highest the bags will go, but I can adjust this on the coils. Basically, you can adjust the mount to the hub, and you can increase the distance or decrease. Increasing the distance would make it go higher. So I think I'll have to readjust my bags, but I'm thinking that this tire is gonna work perfect. Like, it fits. It's not gonna rub. It's not gonna rub up. It's not gonna rub down. It's looking awesome. Obviously, turning will be a feat because I won't be able to get full lock to lock, but that's normal for a front wheel drive car. That's a normal problem. I just aired out the actual front and it still isn't rubbing. Obviously I wouldn't drive it like that, but like it's not, the fender isn't bolted in and it hasn't even upset the fender at all. It's not touching it. That is just the way she wants to sit. I'm loving this, guys. I haven't tried it on the back, but definitely it fits on the front. That's a good thing. Definitely gonna have to adjust the bag, but that's not an issue. It's just spooling her up and spooling her down, whatever I want to do. So I'm gonna try out the back now. It's looking like I got this tire to fit pretty good. It bolted right on without actually hitting anything. So the close spots I tapped out of the way just to ensure that I can actually remove that steel, get it out of the way so the tire can get there. Because with the slick, this is a drag radial, but it still is a drag radial slick, kind of. It will expand because the centrifugal force, it'll expand because it's such a soft tire. So you gotta make sure you've got clearance everywhere. So I'm just humming and hawing on what I need to do to get them to fit, but they will fit. So I am going to consider buying a full set of 4. I only bought one because I wanted to make sure it fits. They did bolt right on. So if they, in my mind, if you can bolt them on, you can get them to fit. So I'm gonna have to do some cutting and re-welding and repositioning steel because I don't wanna pop a tire going 130 miles an hour. So I'm gonna definitely have these on my books on buying. I actually figured out a way to get a little bit more clearance to the bag. So I looked in here and basically I can turn up my bag. So when I release the collars on the bag, I can bring this piece up. So this guy will be going up once I raise this. So I thought about this after. So that's gonna make it have a lot more clearance. So I'm gonna try it and see how much more clearance I get because I don't wanna run spacers. Right now I'm loosening the collars here and it honestly can be quite a pain. when they haven't been loosened off for quite some time. This hasn't been loosened off in like 6-7 months, so I had to work at it, that's for sure. Yes, that was the best idea I've ever had, because now, as you can see, I'm not even close to the actual bag. I can stick 2 fingers through there, no problem. I'm a happy guy. As long as my height is going to be at the optimal pressure, I like to run them at like 30, 45, something like there. So I'm gonna have to check that out too. So I'm gonna tighten it up and drop it and see how it looks. As you just saw, I locked it in and I'm good to go with that. So what I always do is I measure, because I've got to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm measuring up from the bottom because the strut is inside of the actual collar. So I'm gonna measure up there, and it actually was 1/2 inch, but I'll show you exactly where I'm measuring. I just throw a tape in there, inside, and then I read it, and that's 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna do the same to the other side. Turns out I want to raise it more because this is the optimal pressure I want to run in the bags. So I would like it to be a bit higher than that for sure. I'm thinking like maybe go twice what I just did. So another inch, another 1/2 inch, something like that. I'm gonna measure it out and see, but I gotta be a bit higher than that. Very close though. Two things. The bag is a mile away and the ride height is gonna be mint. Watch this. Look in there. Look how far away this is. I can stick my whole hand in there now. This is much better, much more safe, and I am confident that it is going to work. Now I'm just gonna drop the car down, put air in the bag, and see where she sits. Got an inch clearance on the fender. The axles are dead straight. The tires can fit through everywhere. I can turn. This is awesome. That looks fantastic. I really like the aggressiveness of the tire. So this is a tire to be driven on the street and also the drag strip. It's meant to be a street legal drag strip so you can drive to the track, which is great for me because I'm not gonna be driving it really on the road, but I do want grip and I do want a stiff sidewall. And that is a good thing for at high speeds. It's a lot more easy to control the car because it doesn't feel like you're on a freaking cloud, because when you're in it to win it, half track, and you're starting to like sway a bit because there's so much bubble on the drag slick, because there's so much more softer compound in there. There's a different type of actual belt in there. So basically, I've always wanted to do radials because it's more safe to drive. Drag radials, great in between because it's a softer tire to get grip, and it acts as a radial when you're going fast, so it's safer to drive it when you're ripping, doing over 100 miles an hour, still in the floorboard. So that is good. I'm very happy with the setup right now. So I'm going to do the same to the front. I can't adjust the back yet because I don't have the weight compensation with the engine and transmission in the car. And as you see, there's not too much going on back there. So I'm gonna have to do all that first, which isn't a big deal. I just wanted to get this done and make sure that this is going to work. And as I adjusted the bag higher, I have 0 clearance issues and I don't have to do spacers or nothing. I was worried about that at first. I'm like, oh, I might have to run a small spacer. And then when you do small spacers, you should do ARP studs for your wheels so it's safer, and then you need hub-centric spacers, and the smallest one you can go with a hub-centric spacer is like 1/2 inch, which is too big for me. So anyways, I've got her working. It's mint. This is basically the biggest tire you'll ever see on an MX3. So that's badass. It's gonna look nasty at the strip, that's for sure. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. That helps me huge. So like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
I'm gonna make something great. That's